All right, so this is where we started yesterday. The difference is we are going Nobo. What's the name of the town we're going through? The animals, he's already checked out. I can't remember the name of the town we're going through, but we're heading north from here, doing about 15 today. Yesterday we did 20. Today we're going to do about 15. So here we go. Good morning, Appalachian Trail community and Ramdino community. So day 4 of Pennsylvania. So we are loving Pennsylvania so far. So we are continuing on for the day, and we're going to do about 15 today and wind up around the Carlisle area. So we'll see how that goes. But looking forward to the day going. So here they go. So we came out here on the road out of the woods. I keep looking for a blaze. I'm looking. And I guess the sign that says Appalachian Trail Road is a good hint that this is the AT. So I like to have that in my garage. All right, there's the blazes. Heading on. So I don't care what they tell you about Pennsylvania. I had this general impression that it was flat, the first part of it. This is such a cool rock formation up here. But the southern part, it's rocky too. Oh my gosh. And AT goes, look at that. He goes right up through there. Wow. Yeah. So Pennsylvania is not flat. I have run into very few flat sections, maybe for a quarter mile or so, but I haven't seen anything that I would legitimately say, oh yeah, Pennsylvania's flat. I don't know if I'm near some type of iconic thing on the trail. I don't know where the lemon squeezer is, but this is really magnificent up here. Trail's been very rocky in parts this morning, and in other parts it's been dirt. Oh, look at this formation. The rocks, it looks like concrete. Some of my geology friends can tell me how that gets in there. It looks like marble or quartz or something mixed in with concrete. And I guess that's, people have trod over it and it's worn away. But look at the layers. It looks like it used to be on a beach somewhere. Very, very interesting, the geology here. And trees just snake their way up. I'm gonna have to get a photo of that. Yep, they said Pennsylvania was rocky. They weren't kidding about that. But coming up through here, every now and then you'll get a little respite and get some dirt. But this, walking through this rock garden at the very top up here, pretty dang cool. When you see these, I call them balance rocks, where it looks like you could go up there and push them off. One of these days, enough erosion and wind happens, they will come tumbling down. All right. Oh my gosh. See if I can get through this sucker. That's cool. Cool when they route it through something like this. I'll let you stay with me as I go through it. All right, going back down that way. Negotiating the rock scramble going through Rocky Ridge in southern Pennsylvania, or whether you're just cruising through an easy section in southern Pennsylvania. Element Drink Mix has got everything you need in it to keep your body and your brain going at full tilt boogie. It's got 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. No junk, nothing that your body doesn't need to keep it going for those 15, 20 miler days, or even 1 miler days, because you're burning electrolytes no matter what. And for a limited time right now, you can go to drinkelement.com/ramdino and get a free sample pack with any purchase. That's drinkelement.com/ramdino. Head on over there, get all their awesome flavors. Well, this rocky ridge just keeps on giving with the rock garden. Oh my gosh, I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it this way without using my hands, particularly in a kilt. Got to go over there and around that. How about this? Let me see if I can get over this rock right here. Maybe. Wow. So there's the trail there. Let's see if I can negotiate this. All right. Sorry about the jiggles and the wiggles. Oh yeah, we got this. Although that would have been pretty cool to go through that too. Yeah, buddy. And more to come. Okay, so that was Nope. So Nope is he's going southbound. He says he's already done, so he's doing a yo-yo. This is his 4th time, he said. And this is his retirement plans. That's all he does is hike the trail. Nope recognized, his comment to me was that I see that you went for a more conservative skirt. So I had to remind him that it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. I think his was probably a skirt. But in any case, you know, that's the great thing about the trail. It takes all kinds, just like any other community. So nice to meet somebody who spent so much time on the trail and everything. So hopefully his hike will continue and be awesome as his other 3 have. All right, we are Charlie, Mike, No Bow, heading into, don't know if we'll make Duncannon today or not. I think we'll make Carlisle. And then tomorrow, this is Wednesday, tomorrow we might make Duncannon. So we'll see. Anyway, Charlie, Mike, No Bow. I think we got punked. Slaughter told us down at Fresh Grounds, he's a shuttle / trail angel dude. He said, oh yeah, once you get back on across the road, so it's about 100 yards and you'll be through the rocks, and then it's all level or downhill from there to your next road crossing. Okay, we got either punked or he's got dementia, because I can tell you right now, it's been nothing of the sort. It ain't been nothing but up since we got here. There was some type of monument here. Centerpoint knob. Looks like a linesman or something. I don't know what it is, but have to do some research, figure that out. Centerpoint knob. All right, we finally got up here. Maybe it's flat from here. So area I'm walking through now, coming into Boiling Springs, and came across a couple of these open pits. So back during the Civil War, they would mine pits like that for mica and saltpeter. So, you know, given that this was awful close to Gettysburg and where they were, you know, getting ready to come into battle, and yep, there's another one. So I'm just curious if the through this area. There's one over there. So, you know, sometimes you see something like that that's like a, I don't know, a tree stump or something came up, but I think that's more than that. I'm thinking that was some type of mining like that. And so coming through this area like that, knowing they were on their way to Gettysburg to fight the Southern forces coming up. Oh, here's a huge one. I might have to do some research on this. This is wow. This is a little, yeah, this is definitely some type of mining going on here, and it could be something else, but I mean, they were mining something else, but it's definitely some type of pit mining that they're doing here. So that'll be interesting to, I can do some research, or maybe some local down here knows what that is. But anyway, or maybe you guys out there know what that is. So leave a comment if you do. All right, we finally got into some place where I imagine that Pennsylvania would look like this instead of rocks and hills. This is what I pictured it. Don't know how long it'll last. But we're coming into Bowling Springs, PA. So, and it looks like whatever it is gets pretty high through here, because they got those on a pretty high stalk, those blazes. But anyway, those little farmhouses and stuff over here, that's kind of what I pictured Pennsylvania to be about. All right, next stop is lunch.
Filling the pod.
And that's what gives it the purple color?
That's right.
Okay. So that's Danimal behind me. Danimal used to be a farmer in another life. So he knows all about this. He's loving this, I'm sure. But it looks like beans and corn up there. Yep.
That's right.
It's exactly what I pictured PA being, hiking through PA. Is this what it's like on the other side of Carlisle, where you're talking about you hike 7 out and back?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I want to hit that in the morning because it'll be hot in the afternoon. Of course, you get a breeze blowing too. That makes it feel nice. And my tree stand was right in the woods. And I guess the corn was kind of dry. I can't remember now, but the deer would come out of the corn, and that deer, something would spook them. They'd come out, and it sounded like they'd be hitting the corn as they come, and you'd think some type of monster was running out there. Bap, 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 bap. They were coming out of there, and you're like, holy crap, what is that coming at me? So, like, do you have to, like, does this field, does he have to rotate, and next year he'll have to grow beans in that next season, or?
Usually they do that to help build up the soil, but everybody's different. This may be continuous corn.
But doesn't it, and that depletes the nutrients from the soil, so they've got to come back and add some to it, right?
Right, and you want to like lime your fields to keep your pH right, but the organic matter, just the volume of all the stalk, really helps rebuild the ground. And you have all those corn cobs and stalks that run through the combine. Okay.
And the beans, they just spit them out like dirt, don't they?
That's right.
Now that looks like he's run something through there.
It's definitely a sprayer.
Okay. Welcome to Bowling Springs. Got a little pool over there. Man, that looks nice. I don't know if I'd be drinking that water. Alright, so we're coming through the town of Bowling Springs. This trail goes right through the middle of it. And by the way, that train you hear comes by about every 3 hours. and there is a hiker campground that the city gives them for the hikers, and it's right within spitting distance of the train track. So I think maybe they give them that so they don't want the hiker trash in town. They stick them out there next to the train at a crossing where it blows its horn, just so they can say, hey, we gave you a place to camp, go camp outside of town. All right, we are continuing on north after filling our guts. So we just left the furnace, and this is undoubtedly, oh look there, there's a Ukrainian flag over there. This was probably the mill pond. They used to have a mill back there too, but that furnace was built before the Revolutionary War, and it said they made weapons there for the Revolutionary War. So that's amazing history around these little towns. All right, so I think we're at the Mid-Atlantic Regional Office of the ATC. So they got signs out here about it, and big old AT sign up here, and then they got this there, Mid-Atlantic Regional Office. Okay, all right, gotcha. We got a swap box here, ATC, and we got a big fat condemned sign. Imagine that, something to do with ATC's condemned. Hard to believe. Dangerous and unsafe. Yes, I would agree with that. ATC is dangerous and unsafe. All right. There it is. I didn't come up with it. Somebody else did. All right, this is the first stile I've been over. It was actually active. The other ones I've been on, the field's not in use, and so there's no wire on each side. And so they are, you just walk around them. So we are walking across a cow field. Hope I don't step in a cow patty like I did in Virginia that time. Well, see this road crossing or the next, I'm not sure. Next I think's I don't know, 0.8 of a mile or something, but this is PA, Rocksylvania. Right now it's Grassylvania, but it has definitely been Rocksylvania. So this may very well be the end of video for the day. We'll be getting wherever we're going to be going for the night and sacking down. So it was an early day, early hike. We got up this morning at I get up at like 4. I slept in till 5 and we were out of there by 6:30. Breakfast, buttoned down the cabin, packed up, the cafe packed up, our stuff packed up, and OTD. So not sure about tomorrow what time we're getting done, but today we did about a 15 mile today, and tomorrow will be about the same. So we did 20 miles yesterday. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking my feet hurt worse today than they did yesterday, but I've taken enough naproxen and vitamin I, it shouldn't be hurting, but anyway they are. So, but this will probably be it, and we will, if it is, we'll see y'all in La Mañana. Have a great evening. Good morning, Appalachian Trail community and Ramdo cut.